So it's the Saturday after my high school reunion, 10-year reunion. Honestly, it was a good time. I didn't expect as many people to actually show up. I'm glad they didn't cancel it. Although I think maybe 30 to maybe 45 people showed up of our class of almost 700 people. It was nice. It was good to see people. It was very positive. Nobody went in there, flexing like I thought was gonna happen. And yeah, mostly positive energy. It's good to reconnect. Interesting to see, as expected, so many people have left the area and moved on. Some people actually came from really far to just stop by. I guess their parents still live in town, so it was easy for them to come through, or some were just staying with mutual friends. But yeah, it's good to rekindle old things. And, you know, I love the fall, especially in the Northeast, and I love the four seasons. Um, and it's a nice reminder of why I'm still in the area. And I don't know if it's Stockholm syndrome, but honestly, I really do like the four seasons. I like the cold, I like the summers. I always say that the winter for most people makes them really upset because it's dark, it's cold outside. But someone like me who works inside, works on a computer all day, like it's nice to not have that FOMO, fear of missing out on trips or whatever. And most people just stay inside all winter. And there's a saying that I think it was maybe Abraham Lincoln that said, in the winter is when you sharpen your axe, and in the summers when you cut or labor. And so you sit and sharpen your axe, meaning not physically actually sharpening your axe, but thinking, planning your next move. I feel like if I lived in a California or San Francisco, I wouldn't have that same drive to sit down and plan my next moves, or even to think about if what I'm doing right now makes sense. But it's hard because can you really say that? Maybe, I mean, there are a bunch of Greeks that all they did was party. They didn't really think, but there are a lot of smart Greek philosophers. So I guess maybe there's some truth to that. But yeah, anyways, just, thinking and linking up with people that I haven't seen, back to the high school reunion that I haven't seen in a while. There's some people that I met that are actually in the city now and that I haven't talked to formally. We're friends on Facebook, but no one really posts on Facebook like they used to. So it's nice to actually exchange numbers and connect, and hopefully we actually do make plans to grab dinner and actually formally catch up outside of saying hello to everyone and linking up. But it's interesting, right? Because I feel like a lot of friendships develop because of just luck. And I think one of the big focuses of my life, and even the move to New York, is just intentionality, right? And so to think that, good friendships, good relationships, a good life can happen without that sense or that drive or that intention is kind of crazy. It's rare to have a good life that wasn't intentional. You weren't disciplined, you didn't try. Yeah, there are definitely things that happen outside of your control, your physical characteristics, who you're born to, how wealthy your family is, your intelligence. But overall, it's you making the decision that you have the control. And I think in psychology, they have a term for it. It's called an internal locus of control versus an external locus of control mindset. Internal locus of control being that you have a sense of control over your circumstances or where you're going in life, versus an external locus of control is someone who thinks that their life is more determined by outside factors, things outside of their control, like where they're born, their environment, and et cetera, et cetera. And I think, I don't know what the truth is. Like, it's hard. That's one of those deep philosophical questions that I feel like will never really get answered. But I think what's really important is like, what framework is more effective to living the life that you want to live? And I think the internal locus of control mindset is definitely better. Because, I could have easily, blamed my entire life circumstances on my parents, on my upbringing, on my social economic background, on my culture, but I took responsibility, at 19, even younger than that, 17, 16. Like, I've always had that sense of responsibility. It's so funny because yesterday my friend Sebastian, I was over at his place before the reunion because I crashed at his place because I didn't want to take the train late. And he showed me his yearbook, and my quote for him, what I wrote down in his yearbook was, "Success doesn't come without sacrifice." And he just started laughing because like, you can't really say that I just started being like super motivational. Like, that's always been who I am, and the man that I want to be. Like, I'm always striving to be the man that I want to be. I don't think I'll ever be 100% the man, but I think the pursuit is so important. Like, I remember looking back, even at college, just thinking like, one day I'm gonna move to New York. One day, I'm gonna have a nice corporate job. And I'm looking now and I'm thinking about the things that I want and desire in the future, like a family, like a house, like a nice close group of friends, those late night fires and chats and, deep connections that, just enrich life. I don't think, buying a yacht and having a really big empty house is my MO. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'd love a huge house, but I want it to be filled with people. Like, I think it's something that runs in my DNA, whether it's my grandfather. I think it's from my grandfather, like the Dominican side of me. Like, I love being around people. I love having people. I love throwing parties. I remember I used to throw parties in college. I'd pay for food and drinks and whatever. I just love having people around, chatting. That sense, I just get energized by it. But it's funny because I don't know if I would 100% consider myself an extrovert, because I do spend a lot of time by myself. Like, for example, right now I'm talking to a camera Saturday before my dance class. Actually, I gotta make sure that I'm not late for my dance class. But yeah, it's just so interesting. It's good to be back, or it was good back to see those people, see the people that showed up at the reunion, and yeah, see what happens in the next 10 years. I'm actually excited, And I think I mentioned it before in another video, like, if you don't have something you're excited for or looking forward to or striving for, you're in a dangerous place. And I would search for that. I would ask myself, what do I want? And then the second most important question is, how do I get there? Whether that be a financial goal, relationship goals, those are all things that can be changed. Those are all things that I feel are in our control. But yeah, anyways, maybe I'll put some B-roll in here. Like, I definitely want to add more editing and more stylistic changes to the vlog, or maybe I'll just keep it casual like this. We'll see. Anyways, like, comment, like, what are your thoughts? Like, in terms of intentionality, like, did you attend your high school reunion? Are you old enough to have had your 10-year reunion? Me even just saying yes, like, I moved to New York and I haven't even spent a full weekend here. But again, to like, would I regret not going to my 10-year reunion when I'm 85? I said I thought yes, so that's why I went. Anyways, like, comment. What do you think about reunions? Are they overrated? Do you want to see people from high school? Should people flex when they go back? Like, what do you think? Anyways, see you on the next video.